It's very difficult to find treatments for Alzheimer's disease for a number of reasons. Firstly, we still don't know exactly how the major pathologies of Alzheimer's disease, which are amyloid plaques and tau pathology, as well as neurodegeneration and inflammation, how all of those pathologies actually interact with each other, whether one triggers the other, whether all of those pathologies start at the same time. And so being able to interfere with what is still quite a complex process has proved to be very challenging indeed. I think another reason is that there are no good in vivo preclinical models of Alzheimer's disease, and we're not alone in that. Other therapeutic areas struggle to find very good models of disease. But many of the models that we have don't show the hallmarks of the human disease, which is neuronal loss, the death of brain cells. And so without having one of the major characteristics of Alzheimer's disease reproduced in the animal models, makes being able to test drugs, I think, quite difficult. And also I think it's fair to say that over the past years those models have been rather misused or misinterpreted, and so the data that they've generated have not really been predictive for what's going to happen in humans. And I think another main reason why we've struggled to find drugs is that we now understand that the human disease is very, very long indeed. So there is a period, a prodromal period, before people start having symptoms that may be 10 to 15 years long. So in a sense, we're treating people with our drugs at a stage when the disease in the brain is already very well established. And so it's rather difficult to be able to expect to see improvement in those people when we're treating so late in the disease. The main area of focus to date in therapeutics has been looking at A-beta or amyloid, which is one of the hallmarks of the disease. There's been very little success there, but we have new drugs coming along which really have a dramatic effect on the deposition, the amount of amyloid in the brain. Those will read out their clinical data in a couple of years, and we look forward to seeing the data from those clinical trials. And also there are very good drugs that more or less prevent the production of amyloid in the brain, or A-beta in the brain. And that trial will read out actually this year. And so that will be quite exciting because we're really affecting amyloid at a very fundamental and powerful level. And further therapies are coming along which will look at tau pathology, which is the other major pathology in the disease, and actually the pathology which correlates best with cognitive impairment. The first attempt at modulating tau pathology failed, but for various reasons I think that was an outside chance of working. Newer therapies I think are probably more rational, and those will read out, and we'll all be very excited to see the data on those.